Hi, welcome to Emidiv Kitchen. This is Ade and this is Emidiv Kitchen. Always Emidiv Kitchen where cooking is made simple. I know it's been a long time since when I've made videos, but we still thank God. So how are you doing wherever you are? How is the family? How is situation of things? You know, all over the world, we know different things are happening here and there, right? It's so it's really amazing at the way things are going these days, but we thank God, right? We thank God I'm alive, you are alive, so it's a great privilege, to be among the living. So today I have an awesome recipe to show you. Yay! So, what is this recipe? Before I introduce you to my recipe, um, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please click on the bell button, subscribe to this channel. Support this channel by subscribing to our channel. Do not also forget to click on the notification button so whenever we have new videos, you are going to receive notifications. And for our new viewers, I highly welcome you to Emidiv Kitchen. As I mentioned earlier, this is a day. I am always at Emidiv Kitchen. We make cooking simple. You're going to like our videos. You can take your time to also go back to our previous videos and see the different kinds of cooking we have in there. And I'm sure you're going to find two or more recipes that you would like to make for yourself or for your family and friends, we can say. So, just as I mentioned earlier, we are going to make banga soup. And for this banga soup, I know so many people like it, so many people have different ideas, they have their recipes and all that. Today, in this kitchen, we are going to show you our own recipe of banga soup. Banga soup is a popular recipe from the south region of Nigeria. And I also heard I know in Ghana they also make soup with this with the main ingredient. And though I don't know what they call the name of the soup, but I know the soup is very popular in Nigeria to the south people. So sit tight and let's start rocking it. Over here, I have the ingredient I'll be using for my banga soup. And as I mentioned earlier, I talked about something. I said there is a main ingredient, and this is the main ingredient for banga soup. Let me see the name. It says palm cream. So this is made from palm kernel. I remember when I was in Nigeria, what we normally do is we buy palm kernel. That is the fresh palm fruit. I mean, we will buy it, and then we will like I remember we pour it inside mortar and then mash it a little bit. We will mash it carefully so we don't break the kernel inside, and then we extract the oil. It takes procedure to do that, so we do it in a natural way. But now that we are here, thank God we have this, so we have to improvise, right? And this is also another perfect product. I am not marketing this about this. So this is a palm cream. It's made of palm fruit. So this is the extract of the oil of the palm fruit and can. I have goat meat here. Here I have about 3 pounds of goat meat, which I'll be using for my banga soup. I have here fish, which is already cut. This is Titus. I just want to give it a nice, just to have that fish flavor. And then here I have my bitter leaf. It has been washed and then ready to use. And just to let you know, this is optional, but I like it because it gives it a unique taste. And this is St. Leaf. I'm sure many of you know St. Leaf. St. Leaf also have fine, it have this kind of fine aroma. And aside from that, I'm sure some people, most people in Nigeria know that St. Leaf is medicinal, right? And it's, it has this unique taste it gives to your soup as well. And I know they popularly in the Yoruba side they call it efirin, and then I can't remember all the names they call this leaf, but I know they call it Saint leaf. Not the curry leaf, but because I know they also call curry leaf Saint leaf, but this one is not. This is not the curry leaf type. And then here I have crayfish. Here I have 2 spoons of crayfish, which I'll be using. And here I have the roasted shrimps that I'll be adding for my soup. Here I have no I have no seasoning, and this also is no seasoning. This one is the tomato flavor, and this one is the chicken flavor. So over here I have my salt, and I'll be using salt as needed, though I don't like much salt, so I'll be doing for this banga soup. I know so many people like it, so many people have different ideas, they have their recipes and all that. Today in this kitchen we are going to show you our own recipe of banga soup. Banga soup is a popular recipe from the southern south region of Nigeria. And I also heard I know in Ghana they also make soup with this with the main ingredient. And though I don't know what they call the name of the soup, but I know this soup is very popular in Nigeria to the south people. So sit tight and let's start rocking it. Over here I have the ingredient I'll be using for my banga soup. And as I mentioned earlier, I talked about something. I said there is a main ingredient, and this is the main ingredient for banga soup. Let me see the name. It says palm cream. So this is made from palm kernel. I remember when I was in Nigeria, what we normally do is we buy palm kernel. That is the fresh palm fruit. I mean, we will buy it, and then we will I remember we pour it inside mortar, and then mash it a little bit. We will mash it carefully so we don't break the kernel inside, and then we extract the oil. It takes procedure to do that, so we do it in a natural way. But now that we are here, thank God we have this, so we have to improvise, right? And this is also another perfect product. I am not marketing this, so I'm all with my no flavors because they have bunch of salt in them. So I may only use very little of the salt. And then here I have garlic. I have nutmeg, and this nutmeg is the one for pepper soup. This one is actually different from the nutmeg we use for baking cake. And then I'll be showing you how to use this one as well when it's time to use it. I also have other spices like this one. I know Hausa people call it kanampari, and then Igbo people, I think they call it, I forgot the name of this, but when I remember I will let you know. So that is that. And I have onions over here. Here I have my this is chili pepper. That is the green one, though it's not compulsory at all, but I just want to add it so I like the flavor of this as well, but it's not compulsory, please. So that being said, the first thing I'm going to do, right, and I also have this. I know it's not popular with banga soup. I have this pumpkin pie spice. I normally see the spice in the store, and I really don't like it. I don't like purchasing it because I don't know how it tastes. But one thing that got me so surprised was that when I tried to, I just, okay, let me buy it, because when I go to store, I look for different kind of spices. So I bought the spice, and when I got home, and then I was like, let me perceive it and see how it tastes. How it's how it smells. It smells so amazing. That is sorry. That is it has this fine aroma like pepper soup spice. Reason why I'll be using it for my banga soup. So be that as it may, sit tight and let's start our cooking. We'll be starting with the goat meat. So I will quickly, it's washed already, but I will just quickly rinse it off and then we will set it on the stove. It has been perfectly washed, but I just want to rinse it one more time. And then, yeah. So, I think I will leave this over there. See. And then I'll add some no, I won't use the smell. Okay. So let's see, and then I'll do spice. So for your meat, you know what you normally use for spicing your meat. I have garlic over here, which I'll also be adding. That will not take me much time to chop over here, and then I will do it. I know some people don't like garlic, but garlic is very good. Alright. So I can just add a little bit of salt, just a little. This is like 3 pinches, so I think I'm okay with that. And cover it and let it cook. So while that is cooking, we have other things to do to make our cooking really fast, and I don't want to waste much of your time. So over here I have my pepper. Just as I mentioned earlier, we like improvising over here. So I have my pepper right in here. I will chop my onions, or dice it to pieces, and then to the blender. So all right, let's go blend. So now while our goat meat is cooking, what I'll be doing is I will need to. I think I need to open this so you can see how it looks. Did you see? And you can see the oil is beginning to come out itself, right? You know, I told you earlier that this is basically the oil that is being extracted from the palm kernel fruit. So that is what we have over there, and this is the main ingredient of our banga soup. Without this, you have no banga soup. So we will transfer it to the pot. I will just have to transfer this into the pot. And then I need warm water though. So let me quickly get some warm water. So here I have warm water, which I'll be using. Okay. So you can just pour in the water to have this squeeze out. Banga soup. Okay. So if it were to be the regular, you know, like I said, what we normally do is to, you know, extract the palm, that is the oil from the palm kernel from our. But because this is just canned one, and we normally get plenty of it, but you know, this is canned one. I'll show you the quantity we got out of it once the soup is done. And as you can see, it's melted already. Warm water helps it to melt as quickly as possible, you know, and the oil is a good one though, because if it's a bad oil, it will still be, you know, it will still stick together, and by now it will not melt. So I would like it to done with the pepper, so let me get some quantity over here. All I just need to do is to scoop some quantity. So the pepper is based on your own discretion. I like pepper, as I mentioned earlier, even though in my house we have reduced the way we eat pepper because it's not so healthy, and because of my kids as well. I want them to eat. So I'll still add some water. I already added 1 liter of water. This is another liter. But let me see if I may need to add all the 1 liter of water. I think this is okay because you know what? We are going to add the meat and the stock. So we don't want our banga soup to be so watery. And you know, I don't have extra. So I don't want to spoil my soup. Yeah. So while this is cooking, and then I have to reduce the fire because it doesn't take much time to done, you know. There's one thing with banga soup that I would like you to know. Banga soup is a kind of soup that easily gets sour. I don't know if you have that experience. But I have had the experience. After some hours, I think it has to do with the weather. It's a very hot weather and moist and hot weather, and the soup end up getting sour after some time. So that is one thing with banga soup. So you need to preserve it properly, you know, so you can enjoy the fresh taste. Before we continue, I would like to show you something over here. I say we are going. Is this I can't remember the name of the spice, but uh, I need to remember the name. So once I remember, I will still let you know. For this, you know, I need to remove the seeds inside because I don't know if you've had this experience of eating pepper soup and you keep crushing things like stones in it. Sometimes they are not stone. It's because the seeds inside the spices are not removed. So we have to remove the seeds. What we need is the back. That is the part we need for our soup. Yes. Did you see? These are the seeds. And then I will do the same with this one. You don't want to crush it too much so you don't end up removing the basic ingredient you need for your banga soup. And then for this, I know I mentioned this as nutmeg, which we'll be using for the soup as well, but there is something I would like to show you. If you really want to get the real taste of your banga soup, it has to be roasted. We just need to roast it a little bit so we get this fine aroma. So let me see. Pause that video. So, oh sorry. So I will use this to make it a lot easier. Thank God I have gas stove now. So if you have stove that has direct fire, you can just do it like I am going to do right now. So you will just put it on this and let it roast. If you do this, I promise your banga soup, whether it's pepper soup or anything you want to cook, using this nutmeg, if you roast it a little bit, oh my goodness, the aroma is going to be from heaven. Because it's going to give it a unique aroma and taste. So I'll just let it sit there and roast a little bit. When roasting, we need to be careful. The reason why I'm saying this is we don't want the nutmeg to get burned, and that will defy the purpose of roasting it in the first place. It doesn't take time to roast. As you can see, it's already roasting. All the colors are already changing. Let me reduce the fire. Okay. Ready. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How I wish you're here. The aroma is already all over the place, I must tell you. That is one thing with roasting this. If you roast it, it brings out the real flavor in it. That is where the flavor is. And it makes, the crushing very much easy. can see, the oil from our palm kernel is coming out gradually. All right, so we are done with roasting our nutmeg. Though I'm not going to use all this. You need to be here to hear the aroma of this nutmeg. I tell you, it's a special one. So I'm only, let me see, how many do I use? You can use as needed, you know, but I think just 4 is perfect for the soup I want to cook. So, oh my goodness, I still have the seeds in there. So I'll transfer them to my little mortar and then pound. I'm supposed to have 4. Okay. And then if you want, you can just roast the nutmeg, you know, you roast plenty of it, pound or crush, grind it. Once you're done grinding, you can just transfer it into one small container, so whenever you want to cook, you know, you just cook little bits to your soup. So as you can see, it's very easy. Once you roast it, crushing it is very, very easy, and you don't need to use much of your energy as you would have done if it wasn't roasted. Alright, so I will prefer to transfer this into my banga soup as quickly as possible. And if you're watching me from places like Nigeria, please don't forget to buy your what is it called, your okporoko. That is codfish. And then what do they call this too? If I remember, I will let you know. I know this cannot, you know, this cannot come to powder completely. I'm talking about the, this one, but you know, I'm trying. So I will transfer this to my soup. I need to reduce the power. So our banga soup is almost ready. You know, I told you it's a very simple soup which doesn't take much time at all. So I will use this time to also put in my bitter leaf so it can also. The next thing I'll be doing is I will put in my scent leaf. I'm okay with 1 spoon. Yeah, I don't like too much of it in my banga soup. Did you see how the oil is coming out? You know, you don't need oil for this soup at all because the soup itself is oil. Banga soup is oil soup. When you translate it to English directly, it's oil soup. So the next thing I'll be doing right now is adding my crayfish. I'll add 2 spoons, 2 teaspoons. I'm okay with 2 teaspoons. And then let me quickly salt my shrimp, and then I will be right back. And then my roasted shrimp is ready, and boom, into the soup. Let me add some of my no seasoning. I think that just 1 spoon is okay because we still have the meat stock to add to. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let me add a no also. I think I'll use teaspoon for this. Let me add just about 1 teaspoon. I am not going to add salt because the seasoning I just added have a lot of salt, especially the no seasoning. Let's see. Perfect. When I say perfect, this is perfect. So the next we'll be doing right now is to transfer our goat meat into the soup. This is a very simple recipe, and I'm telling you, you would like it. Try it and see. It's a very nice recipe. You can use it with swallow, that is fufu, gari. I like rice so much, so I don't bother eating it with swallow, though my family member, they like eating it with swallow, but me, I purposely or basically eat it with rice. Oh my Jesus, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. I like what I'm seeing, I must tell you. So for the meat stock, I will add a little bit of the meat stock, and then if there is need for more, I may need to add later. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So what do we need to add next? Okay, let's add some bitter leaf. This is the bitter leaf. What is the botanical name of bitter leaf? Venonia big. Is it Biglobosa or so? All right, this is the bitter leaf. I'm just going to add little. I don't want too much as well. I think I'm okay with that. Just a scoop of the bitter leaf. I think the bitter leaf that I added now should be maybe about 2 large. That is 2 large spoons. That is 2 tablespoons of bitter leaf. So our soup is getting ready to be served. So what next do I need to add? The next thing is to add my fish, and then for the fish, I would like to rinse it a little bit again because it has been out for about 30 minutes. I like to spice my fish, or season my fish, I mean, to have good taste before I transfer it into the soup. There you go. There you go. There you go. And we are almost done with our banga soup. So at this point, I'm going to reduce the power of the stove. That is the heat. Oh, it's on lowest. And then, okay, this is the cover. Cover it up, let it down for about 10 minutes, and then I'll be back. But within that 10 minutes, let's make the kitchen clean. We don't want dirty kitchen. Banga soup, banga soup. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's time to dish my soup. Ooh la la. Okay. One thing with this soup is the way the oil, you know, I just like the way it brings out oil, which is really amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, this is my yummy kitchen clean. We don't want dirty kitchen. Banga soup. You know, as I tell you earlier, I'm telling you, this soup is very, very delicious. You know, the bitter leaf, the nutmeg, the goat meat, the fish, the shrimp, the fish, and all that, the combinations of all these ingredients makes the soup. Mwah. So over here I already have my rice, which I'm cooking. I'm waiting for the rice to get done, and then we'll start, you know, rocking our banga soup. This soup is so yummy. I just feel like drinking like pepper soup, and I don't even have the patience to wait for the rice anymore. Yes. So I advise you try it, you know. Try it. You know, you can just walk around with different ingredients you have. You know, you mustn't use the exact same ingredients I use to cook your banga soup, and you'll still come up with a very nice outcome. It's a very yummy soup, and I'm sure you will like it. So, this is Emily Kitchen, where cooking is made simple. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, take this moment to click on the subscribe button, and also remember to click on the notification button, so whenever we have new videos, you're going to receive notifications. If you're new to this channel, I welcome you again. Welcome to Emily Kitchen. This is Emily Kitchen, where cooking is made simple. We have different recipes, and you know, our cooking here is natural and not boring at all. So take your time to go through our videos and enjoy it. Have fun cooking for both yourself and your family. Once again, this is Ade in Emily Kitchen.